Hi, my gifted ones. I'm your host, Melissa Henry Stover, and welcome to another edition of Gifted by Design. I hope you all are well today, and I just want to come by and drop a quick gift off for you today. And today's message is going to be you're running on E. And I know it's somebody out there. You are always giving until you have nothing left to give. I need you to pull over and I need you to refuel. Because if you're around people who is always taking from you, giving, asking, and no one is ever putting anything back, you're eventually going to run out of fuel. And you're not going to be able to do the things that you need to do for yourself. I can remember a time when I just always felt like I was tired. Or even when I wasn't okay, I would tell everybody I was okay. And then it was like, well, nobody ever checks on me because I never said to anybody, hey, I'm not okay. Hey, I'm tired. No, I can't do that. It's okay to say no. It's okay to set boundaries because what happens is you hit a brick wall and then you're not good for anyone, especially yourself. But if everybody has a request for you or needs something for you to do, sometimes you have to set up boundaries in your life. And it wasn't easy when I began to set up the boundaries, but it became easier for me because I was running on fumes. I needed to be refueled. So I'm here, I'm there, I'm doing everything. And then it's like, well, what about me? And because you've made people feel like you're this superhero, they're like, what about you? You've been doing it. You've been saying yes. You've been allowing it. So when you do start setting up these boundaries, do understand that everybody is not going to be happy about you setting up boundaries so you can refuel and you can be a healthier person for yourself. So I want you to know that it's like an ATM. If people keep going and taking out, and nobody ever puts anything in, eventually it's going to run out of money. You are built the same way. If you continue to let people take, eventually you're going to run out. And one or two things are going to happen. Maybe you have a few people that will, give you, something in return. But most of the time, those same people that were taking is going to go somewhere else and find somebody else to take from instead of pouring back into you. And that's a lesson that I had to learn the hard way. And is it really their fault? Yes and no. Because we allowed that. We never asked to be refueled. And so it became common. It became okay for them to take, and never give anything back because it's what we allowed them to do. So today I want you to really examine if there's any balance with the people in your life. Is it a give and take, or is it a give, and nothing is ever returned? And I don't just mean monetarily. I mean spiritually. I mean mentally. I mean emotional. All of these things in our life, gifted ones, we need to have balance. Because if it's out of balance, something is not going to go right. Somebody's going to go lacking. And most of the time, that person that goes lacking is you. So it's okay to say no. Because 9 times out of 10, if you ask them to do the same things they're asking of you, you're not going to get that back. And it's okay to recognize that. That's when you know you're growing, when you can recognize, hey, this is not right. Hey, that's not right. No, I can't do this. And you will lose a lot of people because of that, but you'll also gain a lot of strength. You'll also have more time to pursue your dreams. A lot of times those things are distractions that keep us from doing what we need to do for ourselves. So we have to be mindful of what we're doing. We have to sit down and take a look. Am I allotting myself enough time to do the things that I do? Because for me, I was always a people pleaser, which means I hardly ever said no because I wanted to please everyone, which means everything that I needed to do for myself went on the back burner. Um, I always gave somebody else the bigger piece of meat, or, no, you go ahead and eat it. I'll be okay. And I'm not that person now. If I cooked it and I bought it, yeah, I'm going to eat the bigger piece because I'm putting me first now. And it's okay to put yourself first. It's okay to make you your number one priority, because if you fail, then you can't help anyone in the first place. So you have to take care of your star player. You have to do that. It's not selfish. It's not mean. It's not being inconsiderate. And don't ever let anyone tell you that. Don't ever let someone make you feel guilty about taking care of yourself. You are your primary focus. Of course, if you have kids and you have a family, of course those things are priorities. But you have to have some self-care in there. You have to have some self-love, some time for yourself. Because once you fueled everybody up and you're there, and you have no energy for yourself, you have no time for yourself, that leads to depression. That leads to all other kind of things. So it's very important that you take care of yourself. It's very important that you have balance in your life. It's very important to have people around you that can consistently pour back into you. It's important for you to have people around you that can pray for you. It's important to have at least one or two people that you can go to and you can vent to and you can have that bad day. It's okay for these things. It's healthy, because if not, all of this stuff is going to internalize, and it's going to cause more damage than good. And if you go to someone and you have a problem and you try to express that problem and then they blow it off, then you have to reconsider that relationship with that person. Like, you have to, set boundaries, and maybe some people you'll cut off, some people you'll just leave, and then other people you'll have to learn how to deal with them, or in what capacity that you want to deal with them. But it always has to be healthy for you. It has to make you feel comfortable. I can remember, when my daughter passed, life just totally changed for me. Um, and it showed me like the people who were really there for me and in my corner and who got it and who understood it. And you never get over losing a child. You never get over that. You learn to live in their absence. You don't learn to live without them. And I remember maybe about 6, 7 months ago, someone that I really considered a friend that said, basically, you should be over that. Yeah, that's what they said to me. Basically, you need to move on from that. And you shouldn't feel this way on the day she passed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you should move on. And it changed something. And I looked at this person differently. And it affected how I saw this person. It affected how I saw that this person saw me. And it made me realize that this person would not be able to pour into me properly. And I had to learn how to redirect or reassess our friendship, kind of like how we would go forth from there. And it really changed things for me. It made me really take an assessment of things, because I know that this person has lost people who are, important to them. And I pride myself in pouring into people. And I thank God that that is a gift I have. And I know it's not for everybody. But at this point, this is something that never goes away for me. And a couple of times a year, I'm going to go through this. And if this is going to be your reaction on those times of the year, then I have to reassess, things with us, because I now see that you're not going to be able to be the person that's able to pour back into me when I need it. Um, so I want you guys to really, when you look at the people that you really have close to you, make sure that you have people that are going to be able to effectively pour back into you. And if you see this and then you keep demanding something of a person that you know that they're not capable of doing, now that's on you, because you already know that this person is not able to pour into you. So you can't continue to blame them. You have to take some of the accountability for yourself. And I know sometimes it's hard, but you have to trust the process. I've lost a lot of people that I love, a lot of people that I would do anything for in the process, because I had to choose peace. Peace over, drama, peace over, family. Like a lot of things, you have to make some hard decisions for your own self-care. I'm not saying that it's easy, but I'm saying that if you trust the process, if you set yourself up where you're healthy, it allows you to even have healthier relationships with people. I had to understand that there are a lot of things that I had to fix, that I wasn't perfect. And once you start working on yourself, you'll see the people who don't appreciate you, or you'll see the people who are never pouring back and always taking. And the more that you love yourself, the more you connect spiritually, the more you surround yourself with people who are selflessly, pouring into you, it makes it harder for you to have those other people around you. So eventually you'll disconnect, or eventually some of them will just walk away. And you will see that everything around you starts falling into place. Everything around you, starts happening for you. And a lot of times that's because we're connected to all of these things that we should not be connected to. And I had to see that for myself. Like, I wanted to be connected to this person or that person, but it wasn't happening. And I had to understand that in order for me to level up, and in order for me to go to the next level, there's some things that we have to release. And so sometimes you're wondering, like, God, why? Why am I stuck here? Why am I in this place? Why am I not moving forth? Why is my business not taking off? And sometimes you have to look around and see the things that are attached to you. Sometimes we're holding on to last season's wardrobe, and we have to let it go. We want to hold on to this stuff and we want to take it to the next level. And God is saying, no. Do you want to trust me? Or do you want to continue to stay here and be stuck? And we have to make that decision to want to go to the next level more than we want to hang on to stuff that's not blessing us. And I definitely was guilty of that. I felt like I was, just wandering around like, in Egypt, and like wondering why I could never, every time I got to this certain spot, I couldn't get any further. That's because I was holding on to things. I was holding on to people. And I had to make a decision that my desire to move on to the next level was stronger than my desire for these people and for these places or these situations. Because I really knew better in the first place. But you want them to experience what you're experiencing. You want them to feel the way that you're feeling. You want them to celebrate with you at the success. But God saw things that you didn't see. And so He can't bless you until you cut these connections. So I just really want you to know today that a lot of times while we're tired or while we don't feel good, and why we can't get past certain things is because of the things that we're holding on to. Because we won't stop and we won't let go and we keep giving. And God, your gaslight is on. He's warning us. But we ignore it and we say, oh, we got plenty of, miles to go before we actually run out of gas. But that gas light is there for a reason. It's warning you. And God will warn us. And it's up to us whether or not we say, you know what? Let me pull over right now. Let me go ahead and let me pull over and let me gas up. And that could be, let me let this person go. Let me connect with this person who's trying to have connected with me, but I didn't connect with them because I was connected with this person. It could be setting boundaries. It could be saying no. But whenever we feel that way, we definitely need to take time to hear God and find out why that warning light is on. Don't keep ignoring that warning light because it could be worse than just you being low on gas. But I really want you to understand that a lot of you are running on E. And it's because of the things that we're holding on to. It's because of our fear of letting go. It's because of our fear of saying no to people who have no problem saying no to us. It's our fear of hurting someone's feelings when they've never cared about hurting your feelings. It's a fear of what will people say when they're already talking about you anyway. So at the end of the day, trust the warning signs. You're running on E. You have the choice whether or not you refuel. Look, gifted ones, I thank you so much for taking the time out to join me for this episode of Gifted by Design. Once again, I'm your host, Melissa Henry Stover, reminding you that you are gifted by design and you are designed to be gifted. So I want you to go out there and let's find your gift. Have a great day.